I've always thought gender equality was a given. I thought my generation would live and love in a society where historical assumptions on gender were no longer an issue. But when I look around today, I see that many of the older and tiresome assumptions about men and women in our society haven't really changed that much. Women are not represented well in many aspects of public life, in politics, boardrooms, theaters. Likewise, assumptions about men's role, including as parents, for example, are often outdated. Gender inequality has resulted in wasted talent and missed opportunities. Change is essential for the next generation to thrive and do what they want at every level based on ability and irrespective of gender. A generation where caring and parenting for others is highly valued, irrespective of gender. Too often, discussions on gender equality have focused on what women need to do differently. But driving real change is going to take the best thinking of our men and our women to share stories, to understand, and to act. The importance of gender equality in our society. We need gender equality for a variety of reasons. It is required lately because there has been a lot of disturbances in our society for which this inequality is responsible. Gender equality works at breaking the matriarchal and patriarchal society. Both of these types of societies focuses on giving maximum power to only one gender. This creates a lot of problems, and these stereotypes have been ingrained in our minds since ages. For example, in a matriarchal society, it is always looked down when a man cries. He is labeled effeminate or not a man. Why can't a man cry and let his feelings out? Does crying mean that he's weak? No, crying is just a medium of expressing one's sorrow and joys. And if we look at the advertisements that appear in a patriarchal page in Wanted Bride or any other newspaper, we will identify a common stereotype ruling the column. These are none other than labels like very fair, slim, beautiful. We're doing nothing but blindly following the patriarchal stereotype of good girl. I've heard so many people rejecting girls in the first time because she isn't fair, not slim. However, we have the stereotype of tall, dark, and handsome for men. How can we attain gender equality in our society? Gender equality is needed for a variety of reasons. It is required lately because there has been a lot of disturbances in our society for which, most of the time gender equality is thought of something as women empowerment or social upliftment of women. But the real case is that it works equally at both levels, at the level of a man and a woman. If we were asking people to give equal opportunities to women in terms of freedom, independence, work, then we should also focus on giving the same independence and freedom to men when it comes to expressions of emotions and not to impose or question their manhood by their actions. Once we understand and inculcate this notion, we will be able to decrease a number of crimes relating to violence against men and women. Gender equality is indeed a very complex term to understand, and the only way to achieve it is to start educating our new generation about it by not imposing any sort of stereotypes on them. It is more of balancing and equating power between both the genders. Thank you.